As someone that's quite new to the game of golf, I would always recommend that your first set of clubs be second-hand, and you should never buy new. But there comes a point when you've been playing long enough, maybe you've been playing over the summer or for a season, and you think, right, this is a hobby that I could see myself doing long term. And then you look for clubs. The first thing I noticed, being a golfer that's been playing for about 6-7 months now, is the prices. Golf clubs are really expensive, especially if you're buying one of the big brand names. Looking in some of the stores like American Golf or your local pro shop, and they're just that bit out of budget. So what do? Do you go back to second hand? Possibly, but there are alternatives. That's where these come in. What I have in my hands here are the Caley 01 golf irons. Let's hit some shots and I'll tell you a little bit more about them as we get around the course. So if you're watching this video, I can assume you fall into one of two categories. The first one is that you've never heard of Caley, but you're a high handicap golfer that's looking around to see what clubs are out there because you're ready to take the plunge going from your first set that's maybe been second hand to your brand new set that's yours. Or two is that you have heard of Caley, never seen them being played, and you want to see how they perform in the hands of somebody that is a high handicapper like you, or you just want to see the clubs, you're just interested. So as we stop here at the tee box of the 9th, it feels like a natural place to stop and tell you a little bit more about Caley. So first off, who are Caley and why have you never seen them in the shops? So Caley are a direct-to-consumer brand of golf clubs. So what exactly does direct-to-consumer mean? Direct-to-consumer means that you won't find them in the shops. And it means that they're shipping directly from the manufacturer to your door. So there is no retail middleman, which means margins are lower, which means that you pay a hell of a lot less than you would for some of the other name brands if you were to buy them from, say, American Golf or your local club shop. So when I say how much lower in price, how much do I mean? Well, put it this way. For a similar product, if you were to buy another brand, you'd be looking into, say, the £1,400–1,500 mark. For these clubs, which, let me tell you, have not scrimped in any way in terms of quality and value for money, you're paying £449 for a full set of irons, 4 through pitch and wedge, which for me, it's a no-brainer. So we've been playing with these Caley 01s for about a month now, and these products, in particular the 01s, are aimed at the mid to high handicapper range. There are other products from Caley, such as the 01Ts, which are more of a player's distance iron, aimed at more of the mid-handicappers trying to get down to a lower score. These are made up of a hollow body design, beautiful club head, perfectly minimalist design. I wouldn't change the head in the slightest. Shafts, these are KBS Tour lights, the stiff shafts in particular, along with lambkin grips. So, as I mentioned before, nothing has been skipped in terms of quality you're getting unbelievable value for money with these. So how do they perform? Now, as a high handicap golfer and somebody that's relatively new to the game, I don't pretend to be somebody that knows all the technicals ins and outs. I just know how it feels in my hand and how it performs for me as a golfer. So the things that I have noticed since playing with the Caley 01s are I have more distance. It's added about 10 yards to, I would say, all of my clubs. They are a hell of a lot more forgiving than the clubs that I had previously. If I hit something a bit more toey than I normally would, if it's not perfectly centre on the face, before that ball would have been gone. With these, they're so much more forgiving that if I hit it toey, it doesn't matter. I know that it's probably going to be going roughly in the direction of where I'm aiming, and probably near enough the distance that I'm going to get to. So for that, it has completely changed my game. And in the month that I've been using them, I've played about 5 or 6 rounds, and I've yet to shoot a score over 92. My lowest score I actually hit a couple of weeks ago on this very course was an 88. First time I've ever broken 90, and it was with these clubs. Now, whether it's completely down to these clubs or just the time that I've been putting in, it's hard to say. But I think it's the clubs. So what are the disadvantages of the Caleys? Well, the first main obvious disadvantage would probably be the fact that you can't buy them in shops, which means you can't try them. Now, making a commitment for a set of clubs at £440 when you can't actually try them beforehand, it can be hard to do. Caley offer you a 60-day trial, which allows you to purchase the clubs, try them out in the course, see if you like them, and then if you don't, you can send them back within 60 days. How likely that is to happen? I don't think you will, because these clubs, for the money that you're paying, you won't find anything better. Trust me. Now, another disadvantage of the Caleys are the limited options. And now, when I say limited options, I don't mean that you can't customize the shaft and the grip, because you can. What I mean is that if you're a left-handed golfer, they don't actually come in that at the moment, at the time of me filming this video. But that is something that I believe they are working on and should hopefully have in the near future. So as we come to these last few holes of the day, I guess we should just sum up what I think of these clubs. As a high handicap golfer who is on a budget and looking for a new set of clubs that are brand new to you, nobody else has hit them before, I don't know if there's anybody out there that compares with Caley, in my opinion. Now, I haven't hit the Tacomos or some of these other direct-to-consumer brands that are out there as well, but I know that the price-wise, they're much and such the same. For $449 shipped to your door in about 3 weeks with the customization option, I think that these are completely worth the money. Have they changed my game? Yes, I believe so. Have they made me a scratch golfer? No, no club's going to do that. That's on me. But what these have done is they've given me the confidence that when I look down at the back of the club, at address, that I know that if I can hit a clean shot where I'm aiming, if I've chosen the right club, that I'm probably going to get very near to where I'm going. And that in turn has taken my scores down from somebody that used to shoot 100, 102, 105, sometimes 110. I'm now somebody that shoots 90, 92. I haven't gotten above 95 in the time that I've had these clubs. And I do believe that is down to the confidence that comes from looking at them. I can't recommend these enough. Maybe once my scores improve and I start to get my handicap down from 27, and it's been a few years of using these, maybe Caley will have new clubs out that I can give a try, or I can move to the 01Ts, which are the next step, I would say, for me. But for now, I absolutely love these clubs. If you're thinking about them, go and get them. Try them out for the 60 days. You won't return them. I can promise you that. Right.